Do you know what really happens to your engine if you don't change engine oil on time? Failing to change your engine oil on time is one of the most destructive things you can do to your engine. It is not an exaggeration to say it will eventually kill the engine. So, not replacing engine oil on time is a silent engine killer. Let's have a look at some detailed stage-by-stage breakdown of what will happen inside your engine when oil is not changed in time. Well, let's begin by discussing the crucial role of engine oil. Remember that oil is a lifeblood of your engine. It basically does 4 critical jobs. 1. It lubricates. It creates a slippery film between metal parts to prevent metal-to-metal contact. 2. It will help in cooling. It carries heat away from critical components like pistons and bearings. 3. Cleaning. It holds soot, metal particles, and combustion byproducts in suspension. And 4. Sealing. It helps form a seal between piston rings and cylinder walls. When oil breaks down and gets contaminated, it fails to do all these 4 jobs. It will stop lubricating, it will stop cooling, it will stop cleaning your engine, and it will stop sealing. This will lead to gradual days of your engine. Now, the first stage that will happen when you forget to replace your engine oil is oil will break down and it will start to contaminate. This is the slow poisonous phase. The slow poison phase is where your oil, which was a useful element in your engine, becomes a contaminant. This begins as soon as you pass the recommended oil change interval. Oil, it degrades over time. The oil's molecular structure breaks down from heat and mechanical shearing. It becomes thinner and loses its lubricating property. And additives inside the oil, they start to deplete. The detergents and dispersants and anti-wear additives in the oil get used up. These are what keeps the engine clean and protected. Then, after this phase passes, it will become contaminant. It will contaminate your engine as oil contaminant is built up. It will be contaminated by fuel, for example. Fuel dilution will be there. Raw gasoline slips past the piston rings and contaminates the engine oil, making it thinner and less effective. Soot and sludge also contaminate your engine oil. Combustion byproducts turn into soot. When the oil dispersants are depleted, this soot mixes with oxidized oil to form thick tar-like sludge. And acids start to develop. Combustion creates acids that contaminate the oil, leading to internal corrosion. And metallic particles that get suspended in the engine oil will become very damaging. Tiny bits of metals from normal wear circulate in the oil, acting like sandpaper, wearing out engine parts. At this stage, you likely won't notice any symptom, but the damage has begun. Then this will proceed to phase 2. This is the increased friction and wear phase, where you have an accelerated aging phase. With the oil very thin, dirty, and ineffective, the protective film between parts fail. Then, this will result in metal-on-metal contact. Components that rely on perfect oil film begin to touch each other, causing accelerated wear. Parts such as camshaft and lifters, piston ring and cylinder walls, bearings and journals, they start to wear out. Camshaft and lifters, these are high-pressure contact points that will wear down, leading to ticking noise and loss of engine performance. When it comes to piston ring and cylinder wall, the wear inside the cylinder wall will reduce engine compression, leading to power loss, oil burning, and increased blow-by. You might notice a blow smoke coming from your exhaust. And when it comes to the main and connecting rod bearings, these are the most critical parts that get damaged when sufficient quality oil is not supplied. The bearing clearance are extremely tight. Without proper lubrication, they will begin to scuff and wear out rapidly. Symptoms you might start to notice include a slight reduction of fuel economy, faint ticking noise from the top of the engine, or the engine may feel a little sluggish. Now, when it comes to stage 3, this is where sludge start to build up and that will start clogging. This is the arterial blockage phase. The sludge that has formed now begin to wreak havoc and start to block. Clogged oil passage will result. Clogged oil pickup tube screen will result. Sludge blocks the narrow oil galleries, starving critical components of oil. The parts farthest from the oil pump, such as the cylinder head, they suffer first because oil will not pass through the tiny passage which is getting blocked by the sludge. And the screen at the bottom of the oil pump can become clogged with the sludge, severely restricting oil flow to the engine as a whole. This is a common cause of catastrophic engine failure. You might notice some symptoms. For example, the oil pressure warning light may flicker at idle, the engine may run hotter than usual, and you might see thick black sludge on the oil cap or inside the valve cover. Then, this will lead us to stage 4, so overheating and component failure phase. This is a very critical phase. The oil is no longer able to manage heat, so that will result in localized heating, overheating of engine components, bearing failures, and so much more. Components like pistons can overheat without oil carrying away the intense combustion heat. This can cause piston to expand abnormally, scuffing the cylinder walls or even starting to melt down. And the worn bearing from stage 2 now begin to overheat. The soft bearing material can start to smear or even weld itself to the crankshaft journal. You might be noticing loud knocking or grinding noise from the bottom of the engine. This is a death rattle, significant loss of power, and possibly abnormal smoke will come out of your engine. And the final stage, stage 5, is the catastrophic engine failure. This is the game over phase. This is the final irreversible result. You will be having seized engine, you might be having thrown rod, or you might be having complete loss of oil pressure. Bearings, they weld itself to the crankshaft, bringing the rotating assembly to an abrupt halt. The engine will lock up and will not crank. Pistons expand and they will start scuffing the cylinder wall and they will stick to the cylinder wall and that will cause engine seizure. Crankshaft is welded, that will lock up, that will cause seized engine. And a connecting rod bearing fails completely. The rod oil breaks free and with tremendous force it punches holes through the engine block. This is why it is known as a throwing rod. That will cause catastrophic engine failure. The engine seizes or destroyed by lack of lubrication. So, the result is a completely destroyed engine that cannot be repaired and must be replaced. The cost often exceeds the value of the engine, the value of the car itself. So, these are some of the stages that you will pass through if you forget to lubricate your engine properly or oil replacement. If it is not done correctly, this is what will happen. All internal parts will have affected. They will have accelerated wear that will result in reduced engine life, especially bearings, piston rings, oil galleries, cylinder walls. All these are attacked by sludge, blocking oil passage, accelerated wear at camshaft and cam lifters. All this can cause catastrophic engine failure. The bottom line is, changing your oil is the cheapest and most effective form of engine insurance. An oil change can cost you from $50 to $100. What about a new engine? New engine costs us $4,000 to $10,000 plus US dollars, which is extremely expensive. So, the best practice is to always follow your manufacturer's recommended oil change interval found in your engine manual and consider changing it even more frequently if you do mostly short trips, which is considered severe service, or if you are living in a harsh environment, it is even recommended to change oil sooner than the interval. It's a small price to pay for long-term health of your vehicle. Well, dear viewers, that is all we have for you regarding some of the deadly steps, deadly damage that will happen to your engine if oil is not replaced in time. That is all we have for you in this video. If you enjoyed what has been presented and if you like this video, please do smash the like button. If you are new to this channel, do consider subscribing, turn on notifications so that you will be the first to get notified whenever we come up with another video. Until then, stay safe.